So this is the beginning of today, Tuesday, and I was sat here this morning just having a coffee and thinking about what I was going to do today. And of course, it has to be about planting more trees. So I set off to go down to the garden centre at Ardcarn and get some bare-rooted trees. And this is what I've spent about half an hour this evening doing. I've just been planting. So this little video just takes you through today and leading up to the point where I plant the trees and return to the cottage. But I've got to say, the bird song has been amazing. Just some of the timber that's been cut, all these trees just removed from the hillside. I always say to people who pay for trees to be planted for themselves, you need to really know what trees they are, because a lot of these logging companies are doing this online, you know, where you pay for a tree or 10 trees to be planted, and they end up, they're just logging trees, they're just trees that are planted for greed. Like just massive plantations. Very sad. If the heavy rain comes now, there'll be so much of the soil up there on the hillside of Ballyfermore washed away. And there'll probably be flooding here as well this year. So I'm down here at Ardcarn Garden Centre and I'm buying some more bare-rooted trees, and you can see what I have here so far. I'm going to buy quite a few, and I want to thank Pauline Dunlop. I said I would give you a little bell, Pauline, because you sent me a donation, and I just thought it would be nice to use all of it, plus a little bit that I've added to buy some trees. Because of all the pruning and all the pollarding and coppicing that I've been doing. This is one of my favourite places, Ardcarn. And all the bare-rooted trees and shrubs are here in big tubs, and they're quite reasonable. They're on average between €2 and €6 each, something like that. And it's a great way to get a little woodland established. Well, here I am back home again, and I have all these wonderful trees. I think I must have bought about 20. They're all different kinds. I've got horse chestnut, I've got spindle, green beech, birch, field maple, a few more in there. So I'm going to be planting. I've got a barrel load of compost. It's well rotted. The birds are singing. It's about 4:30 here in the west of Ireland, and there's still plenty of light, so it's rather gorgeous. Off I go. So one of the things I was doing this morning, because I sort of moved from one task to another with relative ease, I find it's all very organic way of living, moving the top bit of this little habitat pile, which I had used over the winter to put more stuff on, and I've moved it over here. Some of this will go through the mulcher and the shredder, and most of it underneath is going to be used as kindling or firewood. The very thin bits are fantastic as kindling, and that's what I light my fire with each day. And for those of you who are interested, the ivy curtains, I didn't plan them. I didn't interfere with them in any way at all. Just the ivy has grown up this tree trunk, and this part of the tree is beginning to fall, as the goat willow does after about 25 years. And the ivy then has just begun to cascade down of its own volition. And so this is a completely natural phenomenon. It's I couldn't have planned it better. I couldn't have created this. I don't think I'd have had the imagination to do this. This has been done purely by the creativity of Mother Earth. Wonderful, isn't it? Now, if we just look over there, this is where I'm going to be putting the trees in, or some of the trees, where I've been coppicing and clearing back the dogwood and the willow. That's going to form part of the new woodland, or the extended woodland. So I best get on with this now before it gets dark. Well, the light is fading very fast here in the lower woodland, and I've managed to plant 5 trees, which I'm pretty pleased about, but the ground down here is quite soft. It hasn't rained for about a week and a half, properly rained, so it's the soil is quite friable, and because of the 17 years of willow growth here and all the leaf shed, it's actually quite fertile. So there's a little oak, that's a little Irish oak has gone in there. And then up here is a little wild cherry. You see it? I know the light's not very strong now, but we'll do our best. This is a spindle. Unanimous, I think, is the Latin name. That's a spindle. And then over here is another little Irish oak. So that's that one in there. And then here there's a beautiful green beech. So all I have to do now is go over to the stream and the pond and fill that green bucket up with some water, and then give these trees a good watering in. There's lots more wood to collect down here, and I've also spread some of the wood ash from the stove down around the trees. So when I'm finished watering the trees in, what I'll do then is I'll put a little bit of water into that big barrel down there and put these trees into it just to soak overnight, and I'll get the rest of them planted tomorrow. I must have bought about 20 or 25, maybe more. Anyway, gosh, I'm out of breath. Onwards. Well, I think even the birds have gone to bed at this point, because it's all gone very quiet. So 5 trees in, and quite a bucket load to go, but that'll be for tomorrow morning. So blessings to you all. Good night to everyone. Normally I say just blessings to you all and have a nice day or enjoy the day. But this is not just the evening, but the night's drawing in. This is my temple. This is my church. This is where I come and honour what I see as the divine. And it is a blessed experience every time. While right over across the hill there, that machine continues to destroy. Blessings to you all. Have a lovely evening and a safe night.